Welcome to the Old School, a podcast of various qualities, various characteristics, mainly about the American education system, though at times we don't just speak about education, sometimes we speak about life. I'm Ross Miller, along with Dr. Stephen Bourgeois. Good morning, Herr Dr. Bourgeois.
Good morning, Herr Miller. It's good to see you and hear you. We're doing this next to each other the first time. It's sort of strange. We see each other on Zoom and next to each other. But this is a short introduction to a really odd podcast, I think, because it's not where we have one topic and talk it to death.
Right.
It's a bunch of clips of us traveling through Europe.
And these clips will run from the inane to the serious and all points in between. Philosophical education ideas will be highlighted. So will irrational fears and just flat out silliness.
There's no silliness involved. The fears are real, and we'll get into that later. But I think the theme of travel, we talk a little bit about it. We didn't stay in any hotels.
No.
We want the real experience, and so that's maybe behind the scenes kind of what we're getting at also is a way to travel as opposed to hotels and museums and that type of thing.
And here's the deal about not staying in a hotel. When you don't stay in a hotel, you're not guaranteed a certain kind of experience. But if you think about it, that's actually the joy of traveling, is having these varied experiences beyond your expectations, sometimes beyond your wishes. But when you look back on it, after coming back, you realize that what you had was not just an experience, but a real experience, as opposed to the gilded, manufactured, cloistered environs of the Sheraton, for example. And so
nothing wrong with a good Sheraton.
No. I like a good Sheraton as much as the next person, but I'm just saying that indeed what we experienced was real. The people that we dealt with were real, and not just people who were sucking up to us because we were the latest clients at their various boutique hotels or wherever. Well, really, you stay in. I mean, I stay in more of the mean kind of streamlined, the Motel 6 of Germany.
You're a man of the people.
I am part of the hoi polloi. So anyway.
Why don't we stop the recording and just
Sure.
see what happens to it. And the way it will end is it's just going to kind of end with squealing tires and cut to theme music. All right, Herr Miller. Here we go.
So long.
Okay, Herr Miller, would you start this podcast and drive very carefully, please?
You want me to drive carefully and start a podcast?
Yes, tell them where the hell we are.
I don't know where the hell we are.
Well,
we're on some mountain road clinging to the side of a cliff. We're driving on a road barely wide enough for two cars to pass one another, and occasionally littered with bicyclists, either going extremely slow uphill or extremely fast downhill. So that's where we are at present.
Well,
good morning to you.
Good morning, Herr Miller. This is the Old School, and we're driving in the Black Forest.
This is called a switchback.
A switchback.
Yeah, holy cow, that's sharp.
Yeah, I noticed that.
You wouldn't think this car can make these kind of turns.
Really,
darn, look at this.
I'm definitely not looking down. I'm looking straight away or closing my eyes.
Now look, it's a nice view. You can see the whole valley from here.
You're driving. I don't think you should be looking into the valley.
I can't help but not see it, you know. And that's the car telling us that we're drifting over the center lane.
Yes. Do you know what the pass is that we're about to come up to? It's called Notschrei.
Oh, here's another bicyclist.
Yeah.
On a curve, no less.
Tell us what Notschrei means, everyone.
Scream of emergency or death.
Yeah, it's at the height of the pass.
Yeah.
And I think we'll probably have to stop.
It's a good thing there wasn't a car just then. That wouldn't have been good. Oh, here's the car.
Weren't we supposed to talk about the American educational system, and we're just, fearing for our lives here?
There's only one person fearing for their lives in this car,
well,
and it's not me.
Well, it's because you're driving. I think that part is clear.
When you're driving, you're in control. I feel very confident right now. I could whistle if you like.
No, let's spare that. What's that noise I hear.
I told you, it's that same noise that keeps saying I'm drifting over the lane, if you're driving on a switchback mountain road, it's almost impossible not to drive.
Oh my gosh, look at that car.
Over the lane.
Is this a pass?
Oh my gosh, you just missed.
Well, there's a pass. That person's parked to take a look at the view.
No, there is no view there.
Oh.
The view is what we just passed. Oh my goodness, I can't believe that view.
There are people parked up here.
Well, let's see. Well, we got a parking lot.
Okay, so this is it. People are at Notschrei.
Is this Notschrei?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah. It's got to be, because
it doesn't have
I think the parking is all around here. And then I'm not going to look at the view. I'm going to stay in the car.
No, you're not. Come on.
Okay.
Let's not be silly.
There's more parking down there, Herr Miller. I think you went for the good ones, and you can't park in the wheelchair place.
You think anyone in a wheelchair is going to be up here? I guess it could be.
It's possible.
It's possible.
I'm going to hit pause while you park. It's not nearly as exciting as while you were driving just there. All right, Herr Miller, we are recording again.
You got to turn down the blues music.
We can have the blues in the background. I think that'll make the listening experience a little bit better.
Well, could be.
So where the heck are we now? It seems a little bit calmer than yesterday. It got a little hectic, if I recall.
Well, I did worry about the mental and physical and psychological health of you as we went through the mountains, but now we are driving the highways and byways of Switzerland. Have you ever been to Switzerland?
This is it. I claimed another country today.
But you got to eat here first.
You have to eat and spend the night, or one or the other.
Yes. This is not a. It's not a punitive measure by which you earn a country. So
okay.
One or the other.
Well, we have it made here, and then we are spending the night in Liechtenstein, which I think is kind of a cheap country because it's the size of maybe Dallas-Fort Worth at best.
I don't think the people living there consider it cheap.
Well,
it's very insensitive of you.
I'm saying you're claiming because you've never been there, so you're.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why we're going there. I've never experienced it before.
No, you've never. You said that's one of the reasons why. You just.
Yeah, so I wanted to experience it. Yes.
So you can put it on your list.
Because I can put it on my list of memories.
Okay.
Of treasured memories.
It will be a very short memory, but a memory nonetheless.
Some are, yeah. Some go longer, some not so long. So.
And then a few days from now, we're gonna put our toe into Italy for the same reason. It sounds like.
In this case, you are making a quote unquote cheap attempt of adding another country.
I've never been to Italy.
Never been to Italy. Yeah. I lived in Italy for a while. So
you did.
Yeah. So it's on my list, but you apparently need to put it on your list. So Italian food. Grottos, those restaurants, those sectarian restaurants where you can have great Italian food.
Grotto? It's like grotto?
Grotto, yeah. But it's Crotto.
So you know how to hang with the locals, it sounds like.
I can.
Okay.
My Italian is probably more. I knew a little Italian when I was a younger man.
Excuse me?
I did. Mainly to impress girls, but.
Did it work?
No.
Oh.
It's never worked in any language. It never will work.
Sorry to hear that.
Only the blindest of luck allowed me to impress my current wife. So, but no.
Probably happened when you weren't trying.
That's it. You got to stop trying. So that's the secret to life. Stop trying.
Wow. we learned it here in the freeways of Switzerland.
Yes.
Stop trying.
Yes. Come on. You can do better than that. So
okay.
All right. Well, is that all from Switzerland? For now.
For now, I think we have more ahead of us, but it's been a nice, pleasant drive this morning.
It has.
And we actually have went through the customs or received a toll tag, so we can now drive.
Very friendly people at the customs.
They were, yeah, kind of full of energy and positive.
Well, the German looked a little surly, but outside of that,
everyone else
seemed pretty nice.
Yeah, we tried to go to the German booth, and he immediately sent us to the Swiss booth.
And the worst part about it was he just simply pointed his finger to the other side and just shook his head sadly.
Didn't have the
energy to tell us we were idiots.
Yeah, well, we knew that going in. Well, on that happy note, we will sign off for now, and who knows, maybe later today.
Maybe later today.
All right, auf Wiedersehen.
All right, here we are. Did you know, prior to today, well, say prior to 3 months ago, did you know where Vaduz was?
Vaduz?
Yeah.
I used to teach it to my students because they needed to know where German was spoken.
Okay.
And they would always say Deutschland,
Yeah.
die Schweiz,
Natürlich.
Liechtenstein,
Of course.
and Österreich.
And Österreich, yes. That's where The Sound of Music was filmed, wasn't it?
You had to bring that up.
I think there's a Sound of Music tour we can do too.
We could. So that's about we talked about Liechtenstein being associated with Switzerland and having a capital of Vaduz, which was probably a test question. But that's it. I didn't know, up until today, I thought Vaduz was a sprawling metropolis, and here we are, and it's relatively small.
Given that the country is technically a microstate, it seems rather unreasonable that they would have a sprawling capital.
That's what I thought, though, in my mind. I know there may be 30,000 people in the whole country, but I was thinking about this.
Did you want to come here for the waters?
It didn't come from the waters. No, I didn't. I think, like all people, we wanted to get our passport stamped.
I wonder what their schools look like here.
I wonder to.
No, you don't.
No, I was thinking that, actually, when we got out of the car. I wonder what their schools look like.
It's probably just like the German schools, wouldn't you agree?
But better, because they're in Liechtenstein,
No.
which is inherently cool.
You know what else is in Liechtenstein?
No.
Apparently a boatload of Americans are here in Liechtenstein.
Well, we've seen more, or heard more English than
German.
Do they speak German? They speak a type of German here. It's a little different, though.
It's not a real German.
Real German.
Are they really Germanic?
We're listening to French on the radio. That's a little confusing.
Well, that was the Swiss station.
The Swiss station. Okay.
And apparently, even though we've got all these mountains everywhere, this station can go from stem to stern across this entire country and still be heard in French. And so if you're a French-speaking Swiss stuck in the godforsaken Germanic or Italian or Romansh sections of Switzerland, there's hope, because you can still get the French station.
That's great. That's your station of choice?
That's really all you can hope for. Oui, je peux comprendre. C'est gentil, je peux écouter le français.
Je m'appelle Monsieur Bourgeois. Je parle un peu français. Je mange France.
You can't.
I eat France.
Je suis le président de Burundi. This is getting ridiculous. Apparently that beverage is a little bit stouter than I thought it was.
It's not stout. It's a proper wheat beer.
Okay.
A Weizen, as we say in the business. Or a Heffa.
A Heffa?
Yeah. Short for Hefeweizen. You've heard that before.
Yes, I've heard about it somewhere, yes.
They have a special glass for this. They have a glass for everything, actually. Everything in its place and everything in its glass.
It is strange. I don't think I've been served the same glass twice in the entire time we've been to Europe.
Well, we've had a lot of beer, and the beer, if you get a Pilsner, it's more of a traditional Stein, or if it's a little small, if it's a half Stein, it's something else. But we're drinking wheat beer, which is relatively tall and narrow, and there's probably some reason behind it, but it does taste good.
So I was thinking, I wonder what kind of beer they have at Liechtenstein schools. Because as you know, the German schools that we've been most associated with had their own cafe, had their own bar. And so is it possible that they have their own bar here in a Liechtenstein school? And if so, do you think that this is what they serve?
You're talking about serving alcohol to children?
Yes.
They don't do that. Nobody does that.
Yeah, they have those mixers, right?
What?
Yeah, those mixers. It's like part cola and part beer that they have.
Yeah.
Yes, they do.
In German it's called a Radler, but it's actual beer and then limonada.
Yeah, and they had that at that little pub at the school that we went to once.
It wasn't on school property. It was across the street. Doesn't mean it's at the school.
It wasn't across the street. It was basically built into the wall of the old part of the school.
And they served it to children, the 5th graders, 6th graders.
Well, no. They're not animals here. I'm just saying. I mean, for the kids who were old enough to be able to legally drink the mixers, they were allowed to have, and afford it.
So you're saying they may have better beer here in Liechtenstein for children to consume in school?
Well, I wouldn't go so far as that. I don't know what the scene is. I think that's how this conversation started. I wonder what kind of beer or what kind of alcoholic drinks they serve in a Liechtensteinian school. If that's actually...
It's not even a word. You're like inventing words and cultural practices.
Heidegger did. How come I can't?
It's the weirdest topic you've ever come up with. I wonder what kind of beer the students in Liechtenstein drink in school.
I think most people, with my experience, would wonder the same question. I can't be responsible for people who don't have the same experience and therefore can't come up with the same questions. I can only be responsible for myself, and God knows that's hard enough as it is.
Well, that's the truest thing you've said so far. But I would like to know why you brought us here, because we actually
picked the place.
No, I mean not this place. The restaurant's just fine.
Okay,
I'm having fun. But we went into the office. What was that called to get our passport stamp?
The Liechtenstein Center.
The Liechtenstein Central.
Centrum, yeah.
Okay.
Or Centre, if you speak French.
And there was actually a line of people who agreed to pay €3
to get your passport stamp. Yes.
So what's the point of that?
I'm not saying this is a dignified practice. I'm just saying
you should be a little embarrassed. Have you ever looked a little bit embarrassed walking in the line? Okay, here's your euros.
Here's your blood money. Throw it at throw the €3 at the people.
But I mean, we didn't get stamped in Switzerland.
I'm sure we could figure out how to do that.
I'm not even collecting them up until today. Apparently, it's a thing.
I just think they probably thought, hey, no one's flying into Liechtenstein. As we learned earlier, there's no direct flights, yes. And so they thought, you know what, I bet you it'd be a great way of making some extra money. We'll just charge the tourists €3 a pop and then go from there. So, what do you think? Is that possible that that's probably what happened? They thought to themselves, you know what, this is a great way of making some money. And so possibly this might be a good way to serve the tourists coming in and also making a little on the side as well.
I think that's their plan. There are a lot of tourists. We saw like 4 tourist buses. I'm not sure how many different sites they have to see. We went up to the castle. We went into the Catholic Church.
Very fine Catholic church?
Yeah, as far as churches go. It's right up there. And then we got our stamp, and now we're drinking a wheat beer.
Yeah. And I think that's probably how most people take in Liechtenstein.
Okay.
Now, I will say, if you weren't such an indoor cat, a possibility would have been able to do a hike. Because that's what they do here. They ski and they hike.
And so you would do that unencumbered.
With what?
With Herr Dr. Bourgeois. You would be hiking.
Yeah,
You'd be frolicking. We did a little frolicking at a home.
Yeah, it's a little embarrassing.
But it's a nice place.
The problem is that the hill next to their house looks too much like the scene where Julie Andrews is spinning around in a circle.
Yeah, so we both did it.
And we both did it. And frankly, you should be embarrassed. Because you're the one that kind of puts off and kind of this air like Sound of Music is not good enough for you.
You put your arms out. Clearly
you're supposed to spin around.
Yeah, so you're actually spinning.
Yes.
I just wanted to take a picture of you up on the hill, and suddenly you were spinning.
That's what you do. It's what you do in a scene like this. It's what you do on the Avignon Bridge.
You dance, right?
Sur le pont d'Avignon, on ne danse.
So we agreed there would be no singing on the podcast.
I don't know that's singing per se, but
it isn't. Whatever you were doing.
So anyway,
it was French.
It was French, yeah. So
I think we should pause this and get some proper food. It might be the next best thing.
You think that's why this thing has been goofy so far? Is that we've not had any proper food yet?
It's your blood sugar and my general meanness as I need food.
All right. Until next time, then.
We're signing off from Liechtenstein.
Vaduz,
the capital, by the way. Okay, Herr Müller, we're back recording and we're doing it again. This time it's way steeper and way higher, and I refuse to look down.
You know, this is an opportunity for you to confront your fears, to face the things that trouble you, and to be able to say, you know what? I'm in control here. I determine my own destiny. I determine my own fate. I don't need to be scared anymore. I can be strong and courageous and brave in the face of certain death. I don't have to be worried anymore. That's what you need to think.
That was excuse me, inspirational.
Thank you.
No, nonetheless, we see bikes racing downhill, following motorcycles, following tour buses. I think there's actually a race happening here. Like everybody's dressed up like. Who's the bicyclist? I know like two people.
Lance Armstrong.
I was thinking Greg LeMond to date myself a little bit, but it's that kind of a.
Wow! Would you look at that drop?
Yeah, let's do that. We're in Switzerland in the high mountains. What would you call them? What mountains are we in?
These are the Alps.
The Alps of Switzerland.
We have a traffic jam in the mountains.
Yeah, it's probably an accident because people are driving like fools up here.
I could see that. Now we seem to have some construction going, and it's the old thing where you got two people on walkie-talkies, and one says, "Okay, I'm going to let my guys go first." Okay, you tell them to stop. Now we'll let my guys go. Looks like that's what we have here. Except it's not the same experience as when you run across it in the United States, because it's so much more beautiful, and so you're not quite as annoyed by it.
It's quite spectacular, and we're less than an hour from our destination.
Yes.
In Sils-Maria in Switzerland, near St. Moritz.
Yeah, not so far from the Italian border.
Right, which we might cross just to claim another land.
Well, I don't need to claim it.
Okay, so
you need to claim it.
I need to claim Italy as my own. So
Did you bring a flag? You could have planted one right there at the border.
I plan to. I'm going to plant
an American flag?
Well, sure. What other flag would I plant?
They didn't hate us enough as it was to begin with.
Oh, come on.
Let's go ahead and plant an American flag.
I think we've made peace with the Italians, haven't we?
Have we?
Well, I mean, first they're on one side, then the other. I don't know anymore. But we're in Switzerland now, and we're neutral, I guess. Is that what you would say?
Yeah, neutral like Switzerland.
Yeah.
So, really, we don't have a dog in the fight, is what the Swiss attitude is.
Okay.
Or, you know what? We're good. Because you think about the place we stayed at last night.
Yeah.
And we think about how beautiful their scene is up here. I wouldn't want to fight anybody either. I was like, listen, we're good. You know, we got it. This is a beautiful country. We've got everything we could possibly want. It's a little expensive, sure. But, well, look, they've taken out this whole bridge.
We're riding on half of a bridge.
I know.
And a beautiful little brook coming downhill.
A babbling brook.
A babbling brook, a mountain stream.
And so yeah, I could, when you have a scene this nice, I can see a country saying, you know, we're good. We don't really need anything. You don't have anything that you can offer us that we would want to take or deal with or negotiate for.
Just live and let live.
Just live and let live. Maybe the hippies were right after all.
I think so.
Yes. Although it's not been said often that the hippies were right, but could it be that they were?
So. You just said it. If only I had a fishing pole right now, we would stop this car and we'd spend the rest of the day fishing in that babbling brook there.
Huh.
Yeah.
You don't want to go fishing.
Well,
you want to go to Sils-Maria.
I do, but it looks appealing somehow.
Yes.
We don't see rivers like that in Texas. I don't want to cast aspersions, but
it sounds like that's what you're doing. It sounds like you're casting aspersions. You're going to blame Texas for not being Switzerland? That seems unfair.
Okay, so that person sitting outside at a table.
So you think we should turn around and go there?
Can we turn around?
I don't know. Everyone else is driving like crazy. Why can't we?
I don't know. But the coffee would be good.
We do need to find more coffee, that's sure.
I think you'd be in a better mood.
I'm in a fine mood.
Well, so am I. Relatively speaking, this is as good as it gets here, brother.
I'm one of the nicest people I know.
Yeah.
You should know this. So I have many many shortcomings. But then again, don't we all? So, or maybe we don't. Is your silence to suggest you have no shortcomings?
No, I'm stunned by the natural beauty, and I looked.
Now you're looking out the window.
I am, well, because we're flat, and we can see looking up to the mountains instead of down into the abyss.
The abyss.
Yes.
But the abyss is where it becomes more dramatic, and the sheer beauty and size, enormity, the scope, the depths of nature make itself known.
Well, we're about to climb again.
You ready to do this again?
Well, we have 33 more minutes of trip, and it's supposed to be on the top of the world, essentially. So
it is?
Well, that's what Nietzsche said. He said,
look, there's cows.
Yeah. His quote was 6,000 feet beyond man and time. That means that we need to get up a little higher.
I wonder what elevation we are now.
I don't really want to know, but I think we're up there.
People up there. There's a New Balance truck on the side of the road.
Yeah.
It's that damn alarm again on this car.
It tells you to stay in your lane.
Well, listen, I know just fine how to stay in my lane, but so if anyone out there, I don't know, should I declare an edict against Opals?
No, we can't alienate the people from the Opel Werk.
You think that there's a huge swath of people listening to this program with a financial stake in the Opel car company?
I'm surprised you picked an Opel. Last time did we have an Audi?
I didn't pick an Opel.
Oh.
And by the way, that Audi, that was a confluence of events that led to a fortunate conclusion.
It was an upgrade.
Because they did not have. Well, basically, last time I ordered when I reserved a car to rent, I ordered a car that was not unlike a Volkswagen.
What's that bike is
doing?
He bent down like he's trying to get air.
He's trying to cut down wind resistance.
He just passed a cow on the side of the road and he got into this squat position.
This poor farmer sitting there, he's got to deal with the cows, now he's got to deal with all these schmucks going down the hill.
What a strange confluence of events. I forgot what we were talking about.
The last time I had ordered a car that was not unlike the size of a Volkswagen Bug.
Okay, that's a little smart car, basically.
Yeah, and so when we got to the rental place, they said that my car wasn't ready and that I should come back in 3 hours. And I told them, well, that's not going to... I said, we have to go. And they had only one car left, and it was an Audi A4. And that's how it is that we ended up driving an Audi A4 through the Bavarian Alps, is because of... God almighty, this bus is business being on this road.
There's coffee.
Well, there's coffee, but there's no place to park.
You'll find it.
All right.
And we can walk.
You want to go and park now?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, here's parking right here.
What do you know?
I'll be darned. So maybe we stop right now and we pick this up later?
We do, and we're not in an A4, but is this car a Mitsubishi, or what did you call it?
It's an Opel, isn't it?
That's right, it's an Opel. I get the two confused.
All right.
Later. Can't find the button to hit stop here, Miller. I'll have to edit the awkwardness out here.
You think we can park here?
All right, we're back, and we're
back.
We're on windy roads, and the beeping is when Ross leaves the lane, but we've already treated that territory, and I'm used to this now.
You're not as scared as you were.
Well, I'm part of the universe. I've made peace with it. So we're in a good place now.
We're in a good place. We're in the Swiss Alps. We're zigzagging our way from a little town called Bivio to a town of perhaps greater note, Sils Maria. No knock on Bivio. Fine town, fine people. But
it sounded like you were casting aspersions.
I would never cast aspersions on the very fine people of Bivio.
They speak a language it's really unknown to man. It's not German, it's not French, it's not Italian. It's
a language of their own making, perhaps.
Yeah, they don't like it when we speak German. I mean, they look at us, they'd say English or anything but German.
Well, let's face it, there's some some historical considerations to take into account.
I guess so.
However, it's not like the Italians are blameless.
No.
Let's not get them off the hook.
Really, people kind of forget just because they're relatively nice people.
And it's when you look at the Italians, it's a little bit like what Ronald Reagan said of hippies. They're against war and for love and seemingly incapable of both. So.
Oh my God. Reagan said that.
Reagan said that.
Our president. Wow.
Our president, yes. And so, probably the Italians probably have a greater proclivity towards love. Certainly more so than war. That's what Mussolini found out in the 40s.
What are we talking about here?
Just trying to get into some history.
Well,
you don't talk enough history on this podcast.
We bring it up every time, and we also bring up the fact that I've never been to a Green Bay Packers game. I think you...
I've been to a Green Bay Packers game.
Yeah.
I've actually been on Lambeau Field. Did you know that? Have I told you that?
Yeah, once or twice. So what are we talking about? We talked about something at breakfast, and then we just stopped talking. We said, we should just share this. What's the point of talking about it?
It reminds me of that documentary of Madonna.
Yeah.
When they were interviewing Warren Beatty.
I love that.
And he said, "Why would she do anything off camera? What would be the point in that?" So we've come to the point now where we don't have conversations anymore. We just.
It's getting a little too funny here. We better save it.
This would be good stuff for the podcast.
Yeah, that's really sad if you think about it.
The question that I had initially was that whether I looked like an American.
Whether you were sitting in a restaurant and they were speaking English to you, or it was just the vibe they were giving you.
Well, I think there's the assumption that they take one look at me.
Yeah.
And they say, "There's an American."
I think so.
Now I'll own it. If I look like an American, I'll own it. But my thought is, what is it about me that looks like an American?
Well, I was thinking, what is it about you that doesn't look like an American?
I'm a little zaftig. I'm a little. I got the goatee. I think that's more the goatee, an American thing.
Yeah, I don't see a lot of goatees in Germany. None. I mean,
you don't see a lot of facial hair in Germany, do you?
That's true. So we both would be guilty there.
All right.
But it's about the clothing. You're wearing a solid T-shirt. Solid as in one color, dark color.
I'm not a billboard for anybody. Okay.
Well, yeah.
I'm not here to be some sort of pitchman.
Well,
for whomever.
They consider that like you're wearing underwear, basically, because there's nothing on it to show that it's not an actual T-shirt.
It's got a pocket. I got a breast pocket.
That's it? Do you think that's the difference?
Well, certainly, I don't wear a breast pocket T-shirt to bed. Do you?
No, I don't wear any T-shirt to bed.
Okay.
But I would say that's part of it. Certainly the goatee. You're wearing Levi's, which cost about €1,000 or something. When the Germans visit us, they purchase as many as they can put into their luggage, even buy more luggage to ship them because they're so inexpensive compared to Europe.
Do you think it is the swagger with which I walk that gives off my Americanism?
The fact that you walk like John Wayne?
I'm going to go over there, and I'm going to mosey over there.
And sometimes you just throw things down.
All the kind of point in the direction I'm going to go.
Yeah, I think that's probably it too. Think back.
I can't take responsibility for the fact that sometimes my mannerisms are not unlike the great American thespian John Wayne.
Okay, he's never been called that before. The thespian part, the great American, yes.
He's an American icon.
Yeah.
He is the very best of us. Except when he went on about the Indians. That was kind of the bad part. But outside of that guy was number one in my book.
Yeah, he would have been taken apart by social media had he done that. John Wayne.
I heard Bill Burr talk about the fact that they were going to cancel John Wayne. They consider the airport in California that's named after John Wayne.
Oh, yeah.
And there's people that want to change. I don't know if they've changed the name or not. But Bill Burr said, yeah, they want to cancel John Wayne. He's like, didn't God do that in 1979?
Oh.
We don't need to go further with it. So, but I still like him.
Well, at least you cited that joke and didn't make it for your own, because we would have been in trouble there.
Well, yeah. I'm not a plagiarist.
You have a thing against Indians, obviously. But
say again. So the problem is to suggest that I look like an American begs the question what a European looks like. And I will tell you, it has gotten different over the years since I first went to Europe.
You can spot a German particularly. There's an awkwardness about them. They move a little too quickly, a little too much spring in their step.
Now keep in mind, Germans listen to this podcast.
Oh, well, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. We're a little bit slovenly the way that we sit in a chair. Certainly I am. Kind of slouch over.
That's because you picked up bad habits learning how to play the piano. You were never taught proper posture behind the keyboard.
Yeah, so I think Germans move a little bit quicker. They have better posture. They wear tighter fitting clothing. I mean, you can see that, or they'll wear.
Because they're thinner than we are.
Yeah, that's
We'd
true.
wear tighter clothing.
If we could. If we could.
If I had abs.
Oh.
I mean, I have abs now, but if I had abs.
Okay.
I'm not saying I'd wear like a cutoff
We don't
T-shirt.
need to hear this here, Miller. None of this. Stick to the Europeans and their clothing. But they're not, and often they'll wear a shirt without a T-shirt under it, so a very tight-fitting shirt. But I think that's the main thing.
They used to smoke more.
That's true. And, I mean, we saw it in a couple of German towns where it was ubiquitous. But not here. I haven't seen it at all in Switzerland. Maybe it's the clean air here. Who knows?
Why would you dirty up this clean mountain air with cigarette smoke?
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
Now, pot smoke is a different story, apparently, because I smelled that a lot.
Well, I wouldn't know that smell myself.
Yes, you would.
Coming from Oregon, I guess.
Between your time in Oregon and your time as a school teacher, there's no way in hell you don't know what pot smells
like.
You're saying
my students partook?
Yes. They didn't. Those hippies you grew up with in Oregon certainly did.
No, I had a little time as a really, I guess you would call it an assistant principal, vice principal, where we got the little dogs involved, and that's no fun when they have a kid open his car and the dog goes crazy. And
next time you see the dog, he's eating a bag of Funyuns. Does that kind of crestfallen look on the kid's face, and the dog kind of zeroes in on his backpack?
Well,
and he's
then,
like,
then the lying starts, the first lie.
I didn't put that there. It's not lying.
Whose car is this anyway?
I was set up. I just gave her a ride.
Yeah. I'll just throw a few people under the bus.
My mom was in that car.
Oh boy, we're in like the most beautiful scenic view we've ever had, and we're
sitting here talking silly stuff.
Yeah.
But it's also fun. It kind of adds to the moment. It keeps it from being just a simply pure, almost sanitized kind of looking out at nature, but rather life goes on amongst nature.
Okay.
How you like that? I just made that up.
You did. Well, we're entering Silva Plana, which is a beautiful spot, which is such a stupid expression. Oh, this is beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. But now we have the lake right below us, the mountains with snow on them, mind you.
Yeah. We got a tour bus in front of us.
Well, nothing wrong with a tour bus. They keep you slow.
The advert on the back looks like it'd be a comfortable ride, but I don't trust it. There's no way it's that comfortable inside the way this advert on the back suggests it is.
But it's very comfortable here because the bus is slow, and so here Miller is driving slowly.
I'm not like a maniac. I don't drive these roads like, hell bent for leather,
If I weren't in the car, you'd be driving about twice as fast, wouldn't you think?
No. I'm not crazy. I'm not reckless.
No, you're a great driver. I've said it before. You've had training and you know what you're doing.
But it seemed like you were casting aspersions.
No, I was just afraid for my life in general. And now look at this. I'm looking down at heights and it's no problem. You get used to it, I think.
Yeah, it's too beautiful. We couldn't live here. We'd have to move away.
I think so. The distractions.
Yeah. Who wants this much beauty around them?
Yeah. Well,
did you stop the recording?
No, I think we're still recording, Mr. Miller. And
I'm just checking.
Well, no, I was making sure.
So they're farting around with that thing. Although I will tell you that the GPS lady's about to come on in a little bit.
Oh no! I turned her off.
Oh, as you should have.
No, she's there, but not the voice. I muted her. Not a nice thing to say. I'm sure she's a really nice woman, but she's been muted.
There's a joke there somewhere.
Okay, so I need to tell you which turn. It's the first exit.
First exit off of this.
Yeah.
I recall.
Yeah, you do. Okay.
Anyway, so we're heading off to, and what we need to do is we need to talk a little bit about, so maybe not now, but maybe at some point, talk a little bit about, why we're here, and the man for whom we intend to learn more about, his time that he was here writing. I think that should be something that should be discussed at some juncture of this trip.
I think so. I mean, it's not some mystery. We can plant a seed that this is a pilgrimage earlier in the Black Forest for Martin Heidegger, the philosopher.
Yes.
And now we're in the actual paths upon which Friedrich Nietzsche walked and wrote, and that's heady stuff, particularly for two of us who are, I guess we would call ourselves scholars and historians. And,
sure.
And it all happened right here. So here we are. It looks like the second exit, Mr. Miller.
The first one is closed, though. So the first one's closed, and we'll go to the next one. And then,
okay.
So we're going down that way, right?
Oh, I guess so. Well, shall we sign off and you can
sign
focus
off for now? And so
yeah, there it is. There it is. All right, here, Miller. I blame you for this.
No, you're the one that said, "Hey, it looks like we're going to get out of no rain," and then, almost as if on cue, the heavens opened up and it started to rain.
It was perfect. We were sitting there, almost blue skies, and you decided to sit down on a bench, and we were about, I don't know how many.
In view of our destination.
In view, yeah. So I think you made the strategic error of having a seat, and then I got overconfident with the comment that.
So I partly blame myself, but this mostly lays at your feet.
Well, I asked myself, will my iPhone function in the rain? We're about to find that out.
We're about to find out,
but let's make this a little bit short, shall we?
Okay.
All right, signing off. Here, Miller?
Yeah.
I need to save this. Well, Herr Miller, I almost called you Herr Miller. We're ambling up a hill.
I think hell is probably what you really had in mind.
No, we're going up a hill, a mountaintop, behind an 18-wheeler.
It's going remarkably slow. So slow.
Oh my
We're about
gosh.
to pass him.
It's taking evasive action.
Passing him on a mountain road. Doing so without fear or reservation or hesitation.
It's quite an impressive maneuver.
I'm actually in the other lane right now. Here
we noticed that.
Back in the original lane.
So what are we doing today? I know we're trying to find coffee and taking some pains to do it, going up mountains and so forth.
Coffee is the primary immediate goal, but eventually we shall cross the border into Italy so that you could simply check off Italy from your list. Not enamored with the culture, the history of the place. We're there to eat good Italian food, which is not a light concern. And we're going to visit the house in which Nietzsche wrote many of his great works.
That's right. After we claim our country and have a little lunch and come back to Switzerland. It's about an hour in between the two places. Is that about right?
Thereabouts, about 50 minutes.
Yeah.
I want to be specific about it.
Everything is so small here.
Yes. People are small. No, just easy.
People are small.
We actually ran into some very tall people not long ago. So.
Yeah.
No, but it's been a good trip. We're coming down to the end of it, and this is our last day of looking at things. We have one day to drive to Frankfurt, find ourselves in a posh Sheraton hotel not far from the airport, and then we're jumping on an early flight to the good old U.S. of A. We're done with all this beauty. We're done with all this quaintness, this historical historicity. We're done with it.
Historicity.
We're ready for the newness, the energy, the vibrancy that is the United States of America.
I think we still have a day in our trip here, Miller. I wouldn't get ahead of ourselves now.
Oh, we have today.
Well,
yes.
Yeah, today. Oh, this is where we're going.
This is the kiosk.
We're at a kiosk. Where are these motorcycles here? I'm confused.
they thought this was let me back up and give these boys some room.
Yeah, I think so.
But perhaps they thought this is where all the cool people hang out. Well, it's not perhaps an unreasonable thought, but...
well, let's sign on a little bit later, but I think the Nietzsche house could be the high point of the trip.
Not that we'll record there, but...
no. But we'll report back.
We'll report back. See ya.
All right.